Da 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 da. It's supposed to be an intro, you guys. Okay. Da 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 da. Cool graphics. All right, we're here. Okay, so just a quick 10-20 minute video, guys. We're just gonna talk a little bit about. I have Strat with me, and what we're gonna talk a bit about is some changes that I would like to see in the Destiny community or Destiny PvP games. Now, this is just my opinion. Strat may have his own opinion. This is just my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna briefly go over them, and then Strat and I are gonna go through each one, and we'll see what he has to say about it. But I think this is great. Now, ultimately, my main goal. What is my main goal? My main goal with making the changes is primarily just going to be to raise the skill gap and the skill roof. I just want to raise the skill gap and skill roof in Destiny. Not to the point where we are destroying the casuals, but to the point where the casuals can still have fun. The game is still enjoyable. It still has a Destiny feel for it, but at the same time, we are catering towards the competitive community. So, changes I would like to see. You may have a different opinion. Don't get angry at me, okay? It's just a little Destiny political talk, all right? So, first one. I think roaming supers, the duration needs to be shorter. What I mean by that is Dawn Blade, Nova Warp, they shouldn't last nearly as long. There should be no health regen after a super kill, especially for roaming supers. Should not happen. What I would like to see, though, is since you are going to take the no health regen, give it a quicker time to begin the regen process of the health, okay? Like a quicker time. Once they get a kill, maybe if it's 3 seconds and then your health regens normally, make it 1.5. Okay, just a quicker time. That way they are still powerful and it still feels good. Like they're supers, they should be powerful for a reason. They just shouldn't be absolute freebie kills and absolutely impossible to counter. Okay. Sniper headshots. Sniper headshots should kill the super. Alright, sniper headshots should kill the super. That is a skillful play. A sniper headshot is difficult in its own, and hitting a super that's flying around the map is really tough. That should be a kill. Shoddy beatdown, full pellet spread, full pellet hit, and then a beatdown should kill the super. If you're not going to agree with that one, then I'm willing to settle with full pellet hit to the head and then a beatdown. So that would mean that 2 shotguns to the belly, 1, 2, and then a beatdown should kill you. Okay, I think that is a thing. Not 1 shotgun shot should kill a super, because I think that's a little overpowered. But that's my thought. Next one. Wider bullet spread on the burst guns, meaning like a greater recoil. And if you're going to use any type of burst gun, it should require you to pull down in your shot, especially on 4 burst gun and 5 burst gun, like the Go Figure and the Vigiwing. You should be required to have to pull down. Currently, you don't have to at all, and the range is absolutely insane. Play on Equinox and watch my stream, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Nerf shotgun range. Nerf the shotgun range. I think the range should be nerfed. I enjoy shotguns. I think it's a good thing in the game. I'm not saying take them out the game, but it should be nerfed a little bit. At least, if you're not going to listen to me, at least the autos. At least nerf auto range. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about that because I'm gonna. Oops. I want to talk a little bit about what I mean by precision shotties. We'll get to that in a bit. Next one. One-hit abilities like the mini supernova and the shoulder charge. They need to be nerfed. I like them. I don't like them as often. There's some exotics that buff them and make them very often. Those should be nerfed as well. Quick play, faster spawn times. It's quick play, man. It's quick play. I want to get back in the battle quick right away. I already spawned 10 years away from everybody on bigger maps, so I want to be back in the battle right away. No primary nade launchers. I think those are dumb. I don't think they should be in the game. If you're going to put them in the game, at least nerf the ammo count. At least nerf the ammo count. Okay, at least put like 1 or 2 in there. Like, don't be putting like tons, because that's just insane. Absolutely insane, dude. I think it just straight up should only be a heavy. Primary nade launchers is absolutely insane. Okay, competitive changes. No heavy. No heavy should be in the game for competitive. This is comp. This isn't competitive. Is not a casual playlist. It's a competitive playlist. Heavy should not be in the game. If, however, you are going to add heavies to the game, it should be every 3rd round. That's a concept. Take it how you want. Add it every 2nd round, 3rd round. It shouldn't be every single round in round-based games. Okay. If it's not a round-based game, then it needs to spawn later in the game. For example, if you're gonna do survival, survival is a round-based game, but it also has time. Survival, it should spawn like 2 minutes in. You know, give some like primary kill advantages first, and then spawn the heavies. Okay, supers. No supers should be in competitive playlists. No countdown. Countdown should not be in the competitive playlist. We're gonna talk more about this. Add King of the Hill and Oddball to the competitive playlist. Quicker spawn times for survival. Maybe map specific. Some maps are smaller, but in most of the time, quicker spawn time. I actually think it just overall it should be quicker spawn time in survival. Getting back in the battle, quicker spawn time just allows you to be back on the field, helping your teammates, and doing everything. And at the end of the day, guys, look, all these changes are simply to do this: is to keep the game feeling like Destiny, keep the game feeling entertaining. At the same time, increase the skill gap and the skill roof. Keep this in mind. The more people use primary guns like hand cannon, scouts, pulse rifles, given that the recoil is changed, the higher the skill gap will become. Let me say that again. The more people use primary guns, the higher the skill gap will become. Okay, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So, let's go to the first thing. Strat, what's your thought on roaming supers? Duration supers.
I think they should have an easy counter, or not an easy counter, but a counter. As of right now, you need at least lots of shots on them, plus a sniper or shotgun. I think you should be able to snipe someone out of the air. One shot, headshot, super.
Yeah,
that should be the first thing.
Yeah, I agree. I just mean the duration is on its own. Like, so I know you're for a sniper, but the duration on its own is extremely long. When you use like Dawn Blade, when you get a kill with Dawn Blade, your super or your energy regens.
Yeah, so with Dawn Blade, I think is super overpowered anyways because the sword strikes actually track you, which I don't think they should.
No,
it makes it more skilled.
Yeah, the reason why they added the tracking is because of console. Apparently, they can't make the change between console and PC, and the tracking apparently was really bad on console. On the PC, Dawnblade has always been powerful. So when they brought the Dawnblade buff to the PC community was kind of confused. We were like, it's already powerful. What do you mean buff? Yeah. So, but yeah, it is pretty insane how it tracks. But I agree, it definitely needs to lessen the duration. Again, if you're not going to lessen the duration, like Strat said, there needs to be counters. Like, if you're not going to lessen the duration, make some counters to it, man. Make somebody have to have a skillful counter. The next one is the no health regen after a kill. If you've ever used Nova Warp, after you get a kill with Nova Warp, your health regens back. And there's no skill with Nova Warp. You literally just hold down left click and blow up the whole world.
So I personally use Nova Warp, and I think as of right now, you can be like a whole team can shoot you, but if you get close to them, it's over. You're already full HP.
Yeah.
There's no point in having a whole team shoot at you and then you kill one guy and you're full HP.
Yeah, it's insane. There's like the one counter that I know from Nova Warp, and it doesn't work all the time. It works in specific scenarios where like somebody's like chasing after you and they're like blinking and flying towards you using the speed abilities, where like you're speeding, gliding, and then blink, gliding and then blink.
Yeah,
and when they're doing that, you run at him and slide underneath, and he'll blink away from you. And so there's that. But like, even then, if the guy's smart, he's gonna slow it down because he knows you're gonna hit that, or it's tough to counter in a way, you know.
I think it should be no health regen, and if they're going to keep health regen, it should each time you kill someone, it should, or at least use the ability, the Nova Warp ability where it explodes. I think you should lose super.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. You should definitely lose super. The thing is, it's so powerful, dude. It blows up other supers.
Go to one spawn and all the way over to the other spawn. Yeah, so any super is one hit, literally. You can one hit any other super with Nova Warp.
Yeah, and the good thing with with Nova Warp, like if you blink, it does decrease your super energy, but if you use your explosion, it does not currently. So I agree with that. Using your explosion should decrease your energy as well. Charging and exploding it, I absolutely agree with that. Sniper headshot, we both agreed to that. Sniper headshot for the super. That's already tough, guys. Like a lot of people, there's some people out there that think sniping is easy in Destiny. It is, but it isn't. It's a skillful move. Like if you suck at the game, you're not gonna get headshots with a sniper. I'm sorry. Of course, on controller, it's a little bit easier. It's still skillful, but it's a little bit easier. We'll have that debate later, talking about like skill gap and controller and keyboard, but we're not gonna do that right now. But sniper headshots on a super, we're not just talking about like headshots in general. If you ever sniped a super before, they're tough sometimes, man. Arc Strider's rolling, Dawnblade's bursting, blinking is for Nova Warp, the shoulder charging with the Sentinel Shield. They're already moving fast throughout the map. It's tough to really get headshots on those guys. You can get them, but it is difficult. And it's a skillful play. Like, imagine the clips you're going to get that way. Go ahead, Strat.
Well, I have noticed that Dawnblade in particular, if it starts blinking in the sky, it's easier to hit with the burst. But other than that, like, yeah, everything you said is completely right.
Yeah, there's times to shoot them. Like, I know with Arc Strider, I usually wait till they're done their first roll, right? There's a split second after they roll where they'll stop, and that's like where your headshot is. And you can kind of predict where the head's going to be. It'll roll, and it'll stop, and it'll roll again, and it'll stop and roll again. So it's like, and blinking with the Nova Warp, they'll blink and then pause a second, and then blink and then pause a second. And when they're floating in the air, it's very easy to get the shot. Well, for skilled players, it's a little bit easier to get the shot. Shoddy Beatdown. This is the one where I said the full pellet hit plus a beatdown should kill a super. If you're not going to settle for that, I'm kind of leaning towards all headshots. What's your thoughts on both of them, Strat?
I don't. It's a big balancing because shotgun's range as they are right now. I don't think it should be shotgun beatdown, but I think if you get a headshot with a shotgun and a beatdown, it should kill.
Yeah, I guess that's a good one. Since the range is so insane, you need to absolutely do that. And then now here comes onto the recoil, and I think this is a big one. Strat knows a little bit more about this because he played a lot of Counter-Strike. And if you play on the PC, you understand what pulling down is on your shot. I didn't understand what that was. I would play PUBG, and I remember like using guns like the AK and stuff. I'd watch like Shroud play, and Shroud would pull down on a shot all the time, and I'm like watching him full auto with an AK, and his aim is like perfect. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? And I could not do that to save my life. I still can't do that. I can do it in Destiny with other guns, but I still can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the wide, real quick, the wide bullet spread. What I mean by that is right now, your bullet spread, your 3 shots. Let's use 4 to go figure. Okay, it's a 4 shots. They're all really close to each other. You don't have to pull down. You can be in the middle of Equinox and cross map shoot, and it just like shoots straight down. It barely has to do anything. So I think it needs a greater recoil. Spread the bullets apart. So that way, if you're going to use it, you need to pull down in order to keep those bullets together to be a skillful play. What's your thoughts on that, Strat?
So let me preface this. There's 2 kinds of recoil control that you can have. There's vertical recoil control, and then there's horizontal recoil control. Which, me personally, I think they should have an equal mix of both. But some games tend to have horizontal recoil control, where essentially you would have to, your shot would go to the right and up and to the right. Like Counter-Strike, for example, the AK went up to the right. And I think that's, if they add recoil control, it's got to be done right. I don't think they should add too much because, how do I word this? There's a fine line because in Counter-Strike it takes hundreds of hours to learn each gun recoil.
Yeah.
But there's so many guns in the game that how can you pick one and be like, okay, I'm gonna learn this one today? Or, for example, I think the main PvP weapons, or burst weapons I should say, should have a higher vertical recoil so you can pull down. Where you have to pull down. So say if you had the go figure, for example, the first 2 or 1 shot would be dead on to your shot, your first shot accuracy, for example. But after that, I think it should go up, and you would have to pull down your mouse, or you would miss headshots.
Yeah. So you're saying your first shot. So if you're one tapping out there, it's going to be a one tap. But if you're spraying, then you've got to control that, which actually brings a pretty interesting idea because I kind of like that. If you have, with all the guns that are out there, we want to have like each gun being very unique. So we have tons of different guns in Destiny. And now that they added the rolls, it kind of, you get the same gun, but there's also the same gun with multiple different rolls, so that adds even more guns to the game. Even though it's all the 10 paces, you got the 10 paces with multiple different styles, so you can run that multiple different ways. It's pretty cool. But if you were to do something like maybe an extra roll or like a hidden roll where the recoil on the gun is slightly different on spray type guns, like you could get one, you could get a go figure with like whatever X rolls you want, but then for Y, it's like your recoil goes to the top right, your recoil goes to the top left, your recoil goes a little back and forth as it goes up.
I don't think that should be a thing. I think that it should always be the same because the consistency is the main key here. We want it to be consistent.
Well, I
We
mean,
don't want all this.
consistent for the gun. I just meant different. Like if I get one gun, it'll be the same recoil. But if I get a different gun, well, maybe the go figure always goes top right. But if
Yeah,
you
see,
get right of the
yeah.
right of the wrong, or right side of the wrong, or whatever it's called, which is another 4 burst gun that goes in secondary slot, maybe that one goes top left.
Yeah, see that is something I would
Okay.
recommend.
Yeah.
But when you have the same gun, and say if for example, I have like 4 play the games, they're all
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But say if I accidentally put on boom this play of the game, I don't have proximity grenades, or if for example with a go figure, you put on the wrong one and it's shooting top left, you use the top right. I think it should always be the same per gun.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. I mean, I think that's good. I think that'll add and like as long as it's great enough where you have to actually control it, I think that will be that alone will bring more skill. It doesn't nerf the pulses; it just makes them harder to use, which is how it should be. Hand cannons are difficult to use, so you should if you're bad with hand cannons, like you shouldn't be getting kills. The thing is like if you're bad at the game, like you don't hurt the people that are good at the game. If some people are just bad at the game, and that just has to be there. Like they're just not really that good, and they're gonna have to find other ways to be not good but decent. But right now, you can find other ways in Destiny to be good. You shouldn't be good, or let's just use good and great. Okay, decent, good, and great. All right, to be great, like the people that are bad should not be able to be great. They should be able to be decent, not good, not great, but decent, using these abilities and shotguns and dumb things like that. Like it should put them at like decent if they know how to use them properly. But right now, what you see in Destiny is the bad kids are able to be good and sometimes even great because of the ability use of all the crazy abilities and the abuse of that, while never using a really a primary gun. There are people that their primary gun is a shotgun. That's their main gun. You see this through Charlemagne. If you guys know what Charlemagne is an app on. I'll bring one up real quick. Let me find it. Here we go. So as you go here, I am in the Dep Discord. Dep Discord is really cool. And what it does is it shows you in here. You can take up PvP weapons. It'll show you your common weapons. Look! Oh, look! Right here, right here. Flacco, I'm sorry, I love you, dude, but I'm putting you in the blast. All right. So your overall KD's got 2.6, really good. Efficient KD 3.3, amazing. 81% overall wins, and he's a really good player. Flacco's a really good player. But look right here. Best weapon, shotgun. Best weapon, shotgun. That should not be a thing. That should not be a thing. That's actually really, really bad. Really, really bad. So let's just take a second. And let's see what mine is, to be exact. Overall, 2.4, 3.3, hand cannon. Your best weapon should be your primary gun. Simple as that. Should be your primary gun. I don't think there's any... I think that makes sense. But the next one. One-hit abilities, mini supernova, shoulder charge, nerf. Do you agree, Strat?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. Quick play, faster spawn times. I don't know the exact spawn time right now, but the thing is like
it does seem quite a while.
Yeah, well, it's not even just quite a while.
Especially on bigger maps. So.
Yes, you go on Vostok and you spawn. You're like, hold on, I'll be there soon, dude. And it's like you say it takes 3. Let's just say it just takes 3 seconds to respawn. And I think it's like 4 or 5. I'm not sure,
I think it's 5. It
but
starts at 5.
Yeah, let's say it takes 3 seconds to respawn. Just say, give it the benefit of the doubt. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. You just spent 3 seconds. You're here. You spawn, and then now you're on a big map like that, or a map that spawns you in the way back. And you have to run. It probably takes you another 4 or 5 seconds to get there. So we're looking at potentially 8 seconds to get back into battle. 8 seconds. You know, in Destiny, a lot of shit can happen in 8 seconds, bro. A lot of shit can happen in 8 seconds. No primary nade launchers. I'm huge on that. I don't like that.
I don't think it should be a thing, or at least nerf ammo.
Yeah.
Because there's so much ammo within, like,
Dude,
just the militia alone. You can kill someone right at the start, get their ammo, and then you have 2 more shots because they have grenade launcher scavenger.
Yeah.
Then you kill someone else, grenade launcher scavenger. But with heavy, I think it should be a heavy only thing is grenade launchers.
Yeah. There's a clip out there showing Here. Look, I got a video for you guys. Did you guys see that? These are 2 grenade launchers, by the way. This is the primary gun, dude. That is insane. Look, right here. He's got a perk on his gun. I can't remember what it's called, but when you get the kill with it, right? Here's the kill. He reloads. It puts 2 in the chamber. 1, 2. That's insane. That's insane. That should not be a thing. That should not be a thing. And that's just crazy. Crazy, dude. How powerful it is. But it slows the tempo down because somebody just keeps shooting that thing. It just, the blast radius is insane. It's so crazy. It's insane. Competitive changes. Let's talk about this. No heavy. I mean, what's your thoughts on the heavy, Strat?
It is really overpowered, especially if you want to have a competitive environment. I think it should be a thing, but it should be later into the round, or it should be later into the game, because once you have heavy, and then it's like 5 minutes, like 30 seconds later, you have supers. So it's heavy super.
Yeah.
Like, this is way too much for a competitive environment, especially with the amount of players in the thing. So you can just, boom, take out a whole team. Boom, pop your super. Spawn cap. Boom, pop your other super.
That's exactly how I feel with it, especially with this. So unless you nerf heavies, unless you nerf the ammo count in the heavies, the thing is you pick up a play of the game. Let's just use play of the game to start. Okay, there's other ones out there like Thunderlord and stuff. Let's just use play of the game. Play of the game has how many shots in the chamber? 4. Okay, now that's potentially 4 kills. I do like that they nerf the play of the game where you have to get you have to hit him in the body to get the kill for it. But I would rather them not nerf it and keep it how it was and just make it even a proximity kill, but just put 2. Just put 2 in the chamber. If you're gonna allow, the thing is this: if you're gonna allow the militia to be as powerful as it is, and in a primary slot, then you need to keep play the game powerful. You need to keep that where it's at and just nerf the ammo count, because it's insane on how powerful it is. So what that is like you got 4 on 4. Okay, we're talking 4 on 4 right now in competitive playlists. Well, that's potentially a heavy can wipe out an entire team. What? How's that a thing? You know, or a Thunderlord. Well, I don't know if you've ever done it, but I've gotten 7 kills with 1 pickup of a Thunderlord. 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's almost two complete wipes. 2 complete wipes. That's insane. That's nutty, dude. That's nutty. That's so crazy. That's the entire survival. It's crazy. Now, supers. I don't know, man. I don't think supers should be in competitive. But the thing is, this is a given that you're not going to nerf any of the supers. If you nerf some of the supers, I'd be for the supers. Or if you make the abilities for it. Yeah, go ahead.
If they make it so it's 1-shot headshot with sniper or shotgun, I would beat down with shotgun.
Yeah.
I think they could keep supers in, but as they are right now, they're so overpowered you can just run from spawn to spawn on certain maps.
Yeah.
And wipe out an entire survival in half a second if you have it.
Yeah, it's insane. You pop super and it's a snowball effect. And what's bad is it becomes competitive, turns into this because of how powerful the heavies are and how powerful the supers are. You guys spawn and it's like this. You spawn and you're like, okay, we're talking 2 good teams against each other. A good team against a bad team doesn't matter. A good team's gonna fucking wipe them with whatever the hell they want. But we're gonna say 2 good teams. They go against each other. They're gonna push for heavy because it's gonna spawn in about 10 seconds. So they all push the heavy. They're like, hey, we're battling out here. Okay, one person gets picked, it starts becoming a little snowball effect. Now they're pushing in, they're getting more aggressive, it's a little crazier. And then somebody gets the heavy, and then they just start wiping all the rest of the teammates. It's like it's overpowered. You start spawning, and you're split spawning, and it's just bad. Now with that spawn kill, not only that, but let's say second round they come out, heavy's here. Well, if somebody had a good round first round, they got their super now. So they come out, they're battling for the heavy. Guess what? The super's gonna pop. The super's probably gonna kill 2 to 4 people. Okay, well that's also going to allow that same team to get the heavy. Now the heavy's got it, so now they're coming out there and get the kill. Then guess what's going to happen the next time? Then what's going to happen the next time is they're going to come back out, Third round, super again. Oh my god, it's a snowball. Now we're talking 3-0. 3-0 in the rounds right now, you know. So as we talk the next one, no countdown. Strat being a Counter-Strike guy, he's got more thoughts on how countdown kind of is with bomb and all that kind of stuff. I like countdown. I like the idea behind it. I don't think it's a Destiny game type.
Yeah, it's definitely not a Destiny game type. Because in Counter-Strike, there's a lot more complexity, I should say, as when it comes to planning a bomb, because you have all these different things that work together for a bomb. Counter-Strike is made for the bomb type game mode. Destiny is definitely not made for that type of game mode. Yeah, I just don't think it is.
Especially with how easy it is to kill somebody. In Countdown, when you die, you're out. So when you die, you're eliminated. When you start adding in all the heavies and the supers and how easy it is with all the one-hit abilities, it really ruins Countdown. Now, I think Countdown would be a little bit more friendly given you add all these changes that we saw above. The one-hit abilities being nerfed, the shoddy range and all that stuff being nerfed, the sniper, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't put on there, but even sniper flinch, like that needs to, of course, that's, I think the community has been saying forever, sniper flinch needs to be nerfed and allow people to use the sniper properly. And then here's one that I like. So I came up a Halo kid, and a lot of people that are probably going to look at this, I've had people say it before, they're like, well, why don't you just turn Destiny into Halo? I don't want Destiny to become Halo. Destiny is what it is. I actually do, even a PvP guy, I actually do enjoy the PvE aspect and the MMO and the rating. I think that's a very good thing for Destiny, and they're on a good track there. But what I also think is I think their competitive environment and PvP environment can change. And I think they can learn a lot from Halo. In fact, Bungie created Halo. What happened was Halo split. 3v3 became a company, 3v3 Industries, and then Bungie went its own way. And Bungie, all the competitive developers went and created 3v3 Industries with a bunch of MLG pros and created the rest of the Halo franchise. And then Bungie went into working on the project of Destiny. But King of the Hill is if you get inside the hill, you earn points. And Oddball is if you hold the ball, you earn points. Now, what does that do is, well, King of the Hill, you're out in the open. You can't get in a hill hidden in a private spot. You're out in the open, so that becomes tough. You know, it's like, so that becomes, there's a little bit more strategy involved. You can't really run behind cover, and there's going to be objective that you're going to have to play. So no longer kills are a thing in King of the Hill. Kills mean nothing. You don't get points for kills. You don't get points for oddball kills. You get points for doing objective. And Destiny does not have a game type where you can do that. Countdown or Control, you don't have to cap the zones. You can just go around and kill everybody. I do this whenever I run stacked with people, is I'll be like, hey, no capping. We want more kills. And you just won't cap anything, and you'll just clean the whole team, and you'll mercy them without capping a single zone. Do you have any thoughts on those strat? You ever play a King of the Hill, Oddball, or any other game types that you would like to see added?
Well, I think King of the Hill is a good option. It makes it so it's more objective based, and so people will be fighting more over objective. But I have no experience with things like Oddball, and I don't know how that would work with Destiny. But yeah,
Oddball was super fun. So Oddball was like, it's the same thing. You hold the ball. So if you have the Oddball, you can't shoot. You can beat down. That's it. And usually the Oddball was I believe it was for a while, I think all through D2 it was a one hit with the ball. Maybe I'm not quite sure. At one point in time, the Oddball was a one hit with the ball, and then they changed it to a two hit, which I'd rather.
Halo?
Yeah, in Halo, yeah. Which I would like to have some experimenting with that. But I always like that because it made it a 5 versus, or well, when you talk quick play, 5 versus 6. But if you did competitive, you're talking a 4 versus 3. So you have a 3 versus 4, and they're going to have to play a little smarter and teamwork a little bit more, and you can't really run around the whole map. Like maybe if you have the Oddball, you can't sprint. You can only walk with it, which is exactly how it was in Halo. You move slower. So it forced your team to have to stay around there. Now you could pick the ball up and drop the ball. So you could pick it up, get some time. Typically what you do in Halo is you would control an area. Everybody would get in their positions, try to hold it down, and then what would happen is when the Oddball needed to drop the ball, you start getting into engagement, they drop the ball, and it become a 4v4 battle. And then the second the other team starts getting wiped, somebody goes back, picks the Oddball up, and they hold the Oddball while everybody is respawning to get that extra 10 seconds. You know, and then quicker spawn time for survival. I think that's pretty similar to what we talked about above. Strat, what are some, if you can make some changes other than what we talked about, is there anything else that you would like to see change to Destiny that you would like to see added to it? PvP wise, not PvE.
Well, no, I think we covered everything I would change. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this would be good. I think it's like, the thing is it's not like, we don't want to change the feel of what Destiny is. Destiny is supposed to feel like a powerful guardian when you pop your super, and you're supposed to be like, people are supposed to be afraid of you. But at the same time, you should be able to give them the Cade. Yeah, give them the Cade, turn around, pop that sniper, bow, headshot. You know, you look at Golden Gun. Golden Gun is a skillful super. Even though
But
it's still
so easy to kill.
Yeah, it's a skilled super, so it's like, but yeah, it is so easy to kill. It's still easy to use, but it's got normal health. So 1, 2, 3, you can 3-tap that thing with the Not Forgotten or the Ace of Spades, or you get a headshot with the sniper. So when I hear the Golden Gun pop, I pre-aim my snipe and I try to get a quick snipe off.
Yeah, me personally, just today I was playing a match earlier today with UT, and I Nova Bomb Golden Gun, like one shot, or not Nova Bomb, the grenade. The Nova grenade.
Yeah.
Charged Nova grenade. I one shot him with that nade.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you can do that with any other super.
Yeah. You can't. It's. Wait. You did what now? Say it again.
With the charged grenade. On Voidwalker, what is it called?
Oh, the Mini Nova.
Handheld Supernova. Yeah, the handheld Supernova.
You use that on a.
Yes, and I one shot him with it.
Yeah, so that's not supposed to happen. So maybe two things either happened. Either A glitch may have happened, or B, he got hurt the second you did it. Because I've had it before where I've one-shot roaming supers with my sniper. And I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. I know that's not supposed to happen. Because I've done it plenty of times before where they're not. In fact, I've done testing where we've been in a custom lobby and you shoot and it doesn't kill them. And so it's like, it doesn't. So... But I've done it in game where nobody else was around, so I don't know if like it was like a glitch or something. Like I don't. The game's buggy for sure. It has some bugs. Well, guys.
See if I have the clip, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, what I'm gonna do is upload this up to YouTube for everybody. If you guys have any changes that you would like to see, go ahead, comment down below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Post this up on Twitter. See what your friends think. See what everybody thinks. Careful, because anytime you start talking about changes in the community, I've noticed a lot of people get a little sensitive, and everybody thinks that they're right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying from my experience in competitive games, playing since the end of Halo 2 competitively on, which has been 10+ years. And I mean burying my head in these games. This has been, from my experience, this is the conclusion that I come up with, how I would like to see changed in the game. Of course, I'm open to always new ideas and little things, but end goal is, I think, raising the skill gap roof in Destiny should be a thing. If you're a good player, it should definitely stand out. You shouldn't die as often. For example, Telesto. If you're using Telesto in the game, guys, or macro skating, or any of those little dumb stuff, guess what? I'm gonna teabag you, okay? I'll see you guys.